I'm very grateful to everything that Canada has to offer me. Now that I'm young, I'm very grateful. Getting old abroad as an African really scares me. There is nothing that scares me as getting old in this country. And my reasons for that is this. You get to learn from your elders. You get to learn from people that have been through a certain path before you. And I know, yes, right now I'm quite young. And some people might think, oh, you're too young to be thinking about that. But no, we're never too young. As long as you have crossed your 20s, you are no longer too young. It goes by so fast. And so far, one of my observations on this side of the world, especially in Canada here, especially in North America, they don't really value old people. They don't really respect old people. In Africa, it's different. In Africa, they install that thing in you from childhood that you need to respect your elders. Anybody that has walked this earth before you, no matter how you find them foolish, you have to respect them. You have no choice. And also in some parts of Europe, they are very respectful towards elders. But in North America here, I've noticed that they don't even value their elders, and they are ruthless with their elders. Like, you enter a bus, you will see a 15-year-old sitting down on a priority seat, and he does not even care that the elderly person is standing up. He doesn't give a shit. You will see a younger person telling an elderly person, fuck you. And those are things that will never happen back home, or never happen in some parts of Europe. It's just, once somebody is older than you, that gray hair on their head, no matter how, I know that, that wisdom doesn't come with age. Some people are just old by age, but they are very stupid in general. But they teach us how to be respectful of our elders. It doesn't matter how, you just have to respect them. And another thing that I've noticed is that it's only in North America you will see a 90-year-old still driving. 90 still driving. Sometimes it even happens that, like, I'll actually get very emotional. You will see a very old couple in their 90s holding hands like this, still going for their grocery shopping. Sometimes you even see them during winter struggling with their shopping carts and everything, and I'm just like, wow. And sometimes I just have to, even if there's a green light, the traffic light, I'll just stop and let them take their time to cross before I'll keep moving. And sometimes I have people blowing the horn on me. Like I said, they don't really respect elders. It's very wild. And when I see all those things, I'm like, man, I don't want to get old here. It's very scary. Another scary thing is that on this side of the world, you know how you give birth to children? Of course, you're not giving birth to your kids because you expect them to do something for you in the future and all that stuff. But whether I would like it or not, trust me, you want your kids to care for you when you're older. You know what I mean? You don't just want to have kids and when they are older, all of them, they just like disappear, like move out of the nest. They don't give a fuck about you and all that stuff. That is very, very, very painful, unless you deserve it. Because I know that there are some parents that are very problematic. There are some parents that they were not kind when they were younger. And they were very, very toxic and problematic. And their kids don't want to have nothing to do with them. And there are some parents too that haven't invested in their kids. So later on in life, your kids too, they don't want to invest in you. I'm not talking about those ones. But on this side of the world, it's so hard and it's always so busy and it's always in a fast pace that even if your kids want to care for you, it's just so hard. Like, the lifestyle doesn't permit that. It's just so difficult. Like, people are always busy and you don't even know what kind of partner your child is going to get married to. You can raise your child to the best of your abilities and everything so they don't derail. But trust me, eventually they always derail. And especially when it comes to this marriage thing, you don't know who your child is going to get married to. Your child can be like, oh, mom and dad, I promise I'm going to take care of you guys and everything. No matter how things are hard, I'll take care of you. But now they come and fall on an asshole. That's just going to be like, change their whole mindset and carry them away and just destroy everything. And be like, I don't have time for this. I can't take care of your parents and all that stuff, Getting old on this side of the world is crazy. And one thing I noticed is that the kids here, like, at a certain age, they get scared of responsibilities. They're like, man, I need to build my own family. I need to take care of my own shit, I don't have time for this. Let my parents figure themselves out, That's why I can't retire and live here. Even winter is not enough. The older we get, like me right now, the older I get to see that my body is changing. A lot of things are changing. The cold is affecting me more. So I can imagine when I'm like 80. Because old age automatically comes with health issues. No matter how healthy you are, you always have something. Either arthritis, sugar sensitivity. Getting old always comes to something. I don't care how you have been drinking green smoothie, you have been eating extra lean meat. Old age always comes with something. But the biggest one is this cold thing. I don't see myself shoveling snow when I'm 80 to be able to go out. I ain't got time for that. To be shoveling snow and to be removing snow from my car, I don't have time for that. I don't have time to be sitting in my car for 15 minutes to be heating up my car. I just don't have time for that, That is why, man, I'm really working hard to try to end back home, because ending on this side of the world is very, very difficult. I don't want to be a burden to my kids too. I don't want to be a burden because, like I said, I don't know where they're going to end up, who they're going to end up with. And I don't know what are the plans for their life. They can make me all the promises they can make me, but nothing is guaranteed. And I can't get mad at them because life is unpredictable. My kids might plan to take care of me and everything. Maybe they might end up getting married, have a sick child, and things are going to get much more difficult and they won't be able to pay attention to me. That's why for me, I think as immigrants, we need to really work hard and work smartly. And what I mean by smartly is this. Don't just work to work and just abuse your body, having 4 jobs, all those kind of things and everything. Work and think about your health. Make time for yourself. Don't have 4 jobs and even have a break. You're in your car struggling to eat. You can't even breathe and you're already rushing back and everything, because all those things, trust me, with time, it's going to cost you a lot. And all that money that you're making, trust me, something is going to happen to you. You will end up using that money to take care of yourself. So work smartly and use your money. Don't just store money in your account. Use your money to invest in things that bring you money. Invest in things, put your money a little bit everywhere and everything, and just see what's gonna happen. Try to use your money to get you money. Money should be your slave. You shouldn't be a slave to money. Like I said, make money smartly. Take care of yourselves, health-wise, especially my African people. Health is wealth. All those handbags and shoes that you're buying and everything, yes. For me, I believe that there's a certain time for everything. When you're in your 20s, in your teens, and your 30s, you can indulge in certain things. But I think when you've already hit 40, what haven't you done? There's certain things I don't see myself spending money on when I'm past 40. Depending on how much money I have too. But you're not going to see me having a normal 9 to 5 and I'm buying a $10,000 handbag and I'm buying a $3,000 shoe. For me, it's all about comfort. I've even noticed that there's some things that I bought when I was younger that were very stupid. Because the older I get now, all I care about is comfort. The sole of my legs, all I care about is having proper shoe insulation for proper feet placement. I don't care about all those extra dramatic things. No. And I don't even enjoy high heels as I used to even enjoy before. I don't. So we guys be wise, alright? And if you're planning to retire on this side of the world, please help your kids to help you. Don't just be living your life paycheck to paycheck, enjoying yourself. Some of you you're not even contributed to anything in your kids' life. All you say, I put a roof over your head. That was your responsibility. That's your job. You had no choice than to put a roof over my head. I'm not the one that asked you to spread your legs wide open and bring me to this world. No. You spread it wide open and somebody impregnated you and you brought me here. So you had no choice to put a roof over my head. What were you supposed to do? Some of you spend your whole life, it's only roof you put over somebody's head. You don't contribute in any other aspect. You don't even leave anything behind for the child. You don't save. You don't even plan for their education, for them to go to school without student loan. Nothing. Some of you guys, emotionally wise, you're not even available for your kids. Your kids, they feel empty when they're with you. What I mean empty. Empty. They are empty. When they're with you, it's like they're with a total stranger. Some of you, your kids are even scared of you. No bonding, no connection. So you have to be very careful. Oh. You have to be very careful. And what I meant by you guys help yourself for your kids to be able to help you. As you're working, save. If you're planning to retire abroad here, save your own money. Even if you get to retire and you only have $200,000 in your account, even if it's $90,000, it's better than nothing. Save money so that your kids can be able to help you when you need help. Because the time is going to come, you're going to be weak. And the worst thing you want for yourself as an elder, I don't know about you, but for me, the minimum I want to be thinking about when I'm old, when I'm of a certain age, is food. I don't want to be having mortgage headache, rent headache, all that kind of stuff. No, I don't want to be having that. That's if I'm planning to retire here. I don't want to be thinking about that. Me, if I'm planning to retire here, there's not going to be pride on me, no ego. I'm going to tell my kids that, please, I don't know where your lives are headed, all right? I know you guys are going to have different paths tomorrow, but please don't forget mommy. I'm going to humble myself. I'll tell them that a time is going to come, I'm going to be old. I might not be able to care for my home, cleaning my home and all that stuff. I won't be able to stay by myself anymore. And please, I don't want to end up in a retirement home. I don't want to end up alone, please. I don't want to end up in the home and you guys have rented rooms and everything. I'm in a home with strangers. I don't want to go through that, please. So please, this is the money that I have. If one of you guys can take me in, you know, I'm not coming to your home empty-handed. I don't even need to tell you how much I have. I'll just tell you that I'm not coming to your home empty-handed and I'm not going to bother you. Even if I have personality issues, I'm going to work on them. Because at that moment, I don't get choice. I don't have a choice. If I was an arrogant fool when I was young, I'm going to humble myself. I don't have a choice. When you are weak, you have to humble yourself. Don't try to go to your child's home and try to be commanding them in their home and telling them how to handle their wife, telling them how to handle their husband. No. Like I said, as you're making your money, be saving. Don't give your kids your all. You can't give what you don't have. Do the basics, like maybe save for them the money that the government gives you yearly for them from 0 to 18 years old. Be saving that money so that they won't have to take student loan. So they can see that, okay, you were useful in their lives. You save money for them to go to school. When they're done school, they don't have student loan. When they're done school, they can just start making money. Bang, 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 bang. No stress. Because the less stress your kids have, the more they are able to help you. But the more stress they have, they won't give a fuck about you. For me, I will put my pride on the side. Because yes, right now, you might be married. But along the line, one of you guys is going to end up passing away. And the one that's going to stay behind, you're going to have to humble yourself. Especially for African parents, you have to bring down your ego. Go to your kids and be like, please, I don't want to end up in a retirement home. Maybe I haven't built a house back home. Can you guys please host me? Or maybe if you have like 4 kids and your kid is like, mommy, I can't have you in my house for a whole year. If you have 4 kids, a year has 12 months. They can shuffle you around. You can be here for 3 months, go to the other ones for 3 months, go here for 3 months and everything. You can shuffle me around. And as you're shuffling me around, I know I have my money. The max you guys will get to do for me is just give me food and a roof over my head. That is a max. I'm not going to bother you. I'm even going to help you with your kids to make your lives a little bit easier depending on how I get old. I, as Linda, I'm going to take care of myself so that I'm not going to be a burden on my grandkids. By the grace of God, because I'm not in control. I can do everything and still get something. But I'm going to do my best not to be a burden on them. When I'm going to be in their homes, I'm going to help them with their kids to make things easier. If my daughter wants to leave me with her children to go and work a second job or to go and do something, I know that whatever she's doing is for the good of the family. I want to see my grandkids in a good place. I want to see my daughter have enough money to assist her husband. And clockwise, if it's for my son too, you know, you can't just come and sit at home because some African parents are very selfish. You come and sit in your home, all you want to be doing is to be ordering your kids around. When they want to leave you with the kids maybe for like 4 hours, no, I've done my own part. You guys do your own part. I'm not helping you guys with that. Then what are you thinking? Where's your mumu? Who's going to be your fool? Like some of you guys when we were younger, you'll be like, as long as you're under my roof, you have to respect what I asked you to do. That is the same way too, that you have to respect what your kids tell you to do, because now they're adults. And they have their own homes now, they have their own kids, and they're setting their own rules and regulations. You have to respect it. You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice because you're in the position of weakness. There are a lot of things I used to do before because you had the energy. So you could tell anyone and move on. But when you're older, you can't say you. If you don't want to go through that, as long as you're getting older, you're going to have to humble yourself. If you don't want to go through that, then okay. Like I said, you're going to have to be selfish with your kids. Don't say, I'm going to give my kids my all so that tomorrow they are going to definitely be there for me. No, don't do that though. As a parent, you also have to be selfish. Because even I now, Valerie, I am more selfish than the way my parents were. Our generation were more selfish. There are some things that my parents did for their parents that me, I can never do for them. There are some things that my parents are doing for people or have done for the people in their families that me, I can never do for them. That's why you as a parent, I said, you can't give what you don't have. Give, but don't give your all to your kids. Like I said, give them the minimum they need in life to be good. That is a good home, a healthy family, save money for them to go to school without loans, and that is it. But work on yourself, because tomorrow you never know. Those kids now, you are investing in them, giving them your all, thinking that okay, they'll give you their all tomorrow. But tomorrow, most times it doesn't happen. Now you're going to find yourself as a resentful elderly person, very bitter. You'll be so bitter because you gave them everything and they didn't give you even 1/4 of what you gave them. You know, that's why you need to be very careful. If you don't want to humble yourself and do what I said, then start figuring out a way to build a life back home. Start building back home. You know, it doesn't have to be a mansion, because as you're getting older, what are you going to do with that mansion? Cleaning becomes harder as you get older. Trust me. The older you get, you just want to have a place to lay your head, cook. You know, what matters in Africa? Electricity, water. Even just from you coming from abroad, you will have random people trying to help you. You just have to be smart. Back home, you have random family members entering your home back and forth, depending on your personality. No matter how difficult you are, you will have random people coming to visit you. Your nephew and nieces, your neighbors, with the money that you brought from abroad. You just little change, little amounts of money. You will get people to fetch water for you. You will get people to clean your home, iron your clothes, wash your clothes, make your food. How much are house helps back home? To get a house help abroad here is hell. You're talking about thousands of dollars. To get a house help back home, some of you even have house help, you don't even pay them. You tell her, stay with me and I'm going to settle you tomorrow. I'm going to be sending you to school. How much is school back home? How much is a maid back home? So if you know that you can't retire here because you don't want to humble yourself for your kids to take care of you, then you go back home. It's only back home you can do that your power struggle, because with money back home you can do anything. You can even reach 100 years old. If you take care of yourself, you can do anything you want to do back home. But just remember that in every stage of your life, you have to be humble. Even if you're back home, you have a lot of money. Because when you go back home now, you're in a different territory, a different mindset. So you have to blend in. And some of you guys have been here 60 years. It's very easy to dilute some of those traits. When you go back home, you need to blend in with them. You need to be white. You can't go back home and be like this. No. Calm down. You still have to humble yourself to learn the system, to figure out things. Figure out how the mindsets work back home, so that you also not get played. Get people close to you, so that you can be using them to be handling things for you. So in everything you do, you're going to have to be humble. But like I said, help yourself for your kids to be able to help you. Save money so that even if you get to live with your kids tomorrow, that money won't be used every day. What are you doing with money as an elderly person? As I say, if you want to travel when you're young. Because when you're old, your body will be paying you so much that even traveling will be so hard. 70 years old, traveling to go where? Sometimes even your partner has died already. Some of you, when your partners die, you just feel paralyzed. You feel like you don't want to do, it's the end of the world. You don't want to do anything again. You just feel lost and confused. You just be there waiting for your day to come. Save your money so that when you're living with your kids, like I said, the maximum they're going to be giving you is food and shelter. And that money that you're saving is so that if there's any emergency, that OHIP or Canada healthcare system cannot help you with in general, or that I cannot help you with. Because I'm going to be having my own problems. Alright? You might have a big situation happen, emergency, maybe you need a surgery, or maybe you're diabetic, or you need a certain medication, and maybe it's not covered and everything, and you have to pay from your money. Then you'll be using your money now that you save to be doing those things. And that's going to make me happy. Honestly, me, I don't have any issue caring for my parent. If my parent was good to me, I don't have any issue. I can die for my parent. What is the issue? Giving them a room in my house? Is it going to kill me? Before my parent moves in, I was paying my mortgage. Their presence in my house, what is it supposed to change? I'm still going to be paying my mortgage. But some of you kids are just witches and wizards. Just like to be troublesome for no reason. You will get married to somebody, you don't want them to care for their parents. Like, come on. They are the ones that made that person to be who they are. So why don't you want to care for them? I know some of us sometimes we have troublesome parents and everything. But what our advice is that don't take them in when they're like in their 50s and everything, or 60s. Take them in when they're like down. Take them in when they're already in their 70s, 70, 75. That I know that, okay, things are getting hard now, and then you take them in. What kind of trouble is an 8-year-old going to give me? No matter how difficult you are, then your negative energy you want to share with me, I'm going to show you vibration. We're going to be vibrating. I'm going to scold you like a child. You know, when you're young, your parents, when you're doing something wrong, they'll scold you. That's how. Our parents, too, when they become older, they become like children. I will scold you. I'll tell you that, Mom, Dad, stop this rubbish. I'm not happy with you. Stop it. They're going to give you attitude and everything, but I don't care. But they will eventually come around. Some of you guys will be like, oh no, I don't want to have my mother. I don't want to have my husband, mother in the house. I don't want to have my father in the house and everything. Like, what can an older person do me? You're already old, you are tired. All the shakara that you're doing, all the headaches that you're trying to give me. I just know that it's old age that is frustrating you. You are frustrated. So I'm not going to take you seriously. I'll just give you a room in my house. If my house is massive, I'll give you even the whole basement. If you're very difficult and you're very troublesome, I will build you a small kitchen downstairs. Do your own thing, mind your own business thing. Do your own thing, mind your own business. Because my parents are the ones that made me to be who I am. My husband's parents, they made him to be who I am. They are the reason why I'm enjoying what I'm enjoying today. And whatever I'm doing to them is going to be done tomorrow to me. Some of you guys are fortunate to have good parents, so. And you're playing with them. Some of you guys are fortunate to have good parents that were there for you, to listen to you, go through every ride with you, send some of you guys to school, pay for your student loans. Some of us, no student loans were paid though. No student loans were paid. Everything is on our heads. Some of you guys have the best parents. You cannot take the smallest tantrums from them. Those your parents, there are some traits about you that they didn't like too, but they took it from you. Some of you guys, you stayed in your parents' house until you were like 30, 35. They took it from you. You think it's because they had no choice. They took it from you because they loved you. You are their child. True love is not with conditions. They didn't love you with condition. Now you have made it now. You feel like you're a big boy. I can't have my mother in my house. Me, if I have my mother in my house, I will give her my rules. You can't talk to my husband anyhow. And if you do, I'm going to treat your fuck up. Same thing for my dad. And my husband too, you have to do the same. And before a parent moves in, we need to have a conversation about how things are going to be done. There's one thing that I hate. If you're going to be in my home and be making phone calls to random family members and be talking about everything going on in my home, I don't know what it is. Old age has a way of bringing, I don't know if it's mental issues. You'll be in my home, everything happening in my room, you're broadcasting it everywhere. I hate that. Unless you're like that, then you will spoil things for yourself. And I know that among us kids, we're not going to love our parents equally. There are some that will be more closer to our parents than the others. Unless you're demonic, we'll shuffle you around. You come to my house for 3 months, then I'll shuffle you, send you to my sister's house, shuffle you, send you to my brother's house for another 3 months. Then we'll be shuffling you around like that. What are you going to do to me in 3 months? If you don't want to talk to me, don't talk to me. If I said something to you about, I don't like this thing that you're doing, you're not happy, don't talk to me. That is your business. But for me, I'm going to be happy and I'm going to be proud of myself that I didn't throw you in a retirement home. Or you're not in a home. Some of you guys, your parents are staying in the house. You're leaving them in the house because you don't want to care for them. You're leaving them in their homes. And you're renting different rooms in their homes. And you come and be collecting the rent and everything. And they'll be staying with strangers and you be coming once in a while to be cleaning. You think your parent is ever going to be comfortable with strangers around? Some of you guys, those strangers in your homes, they are bullying your parents. I don't want that for my parent. But like I said, that is if you were good to me. Not that you were a selfish parent your whole life. You kept hoarding money. You never gave me anything. Never assisted me for anything. You never wished me well. Because there are some very complicated parents. You never wished me well. When I succeed, you're not happy. You are really the one putting nails in my tires to be destroying whatever I'm working on. If you're that kind of parent, I'm very sorry. You better plan for your future. The max I'm going to do for you is maybe make sure you don't lack food. Give you money so you can buy groceries every month. But I'm not going to have you in my home. So, old age on this side of the world, you gotta be wise. One has to be wise. You can't be living paycheck to paycheck. Money is my servant. I can never be a slave to money. I will use money to get money. Not that money is going to be using me. No. And me, inshallah, I speak to the universe. I am going to end up back home by fire by force. I just need a little spot. Me, it's just about, let me have water in abundance, electricity, and an AC. Done. That's how simple I am. I am done. I'll be firing AC like this. I'll be done. I don't need anything else. I don't need a big car. I can just have my little car, get my small driver, and that is it. Everything is just chulo, smooth. I don't need much. Some of you guys, your husbands want to carry you back home now. If I'm not going to a mansion, competition, my friends, what are they going to say? I don't care about people. I've gotten to the stage of my life where I don't give a shit about people. Human beings, I don't give a shit. All I care about is having good health. Health is wealth. As long as I have health, everything is just going to be smooth in my life. I don't care about anything. Me and my husband will go back home. We'll have a little spot. I know I can shower, pour plenty buckets of water on my head to clear my mind. Have food to eat. Every Friday night, me and he will go outside and jolly go to bars and have a drink and eat suya and eat grilled plantain. What? That's all I care about. Then me and him will be talking about our kids. Baby, have we done a good job? Ah, yes, honey, I think we did a good job. Oh. And I know my kids are abroad. And once in a while, if they want, even if it's once a year, once a month, they can be sending me $100 to help me with some little things here and there. Even if it's only $50 I get from my kids, I'm going to be happy. It's money. That $50 can be money for my maid. They are assisting me with something. And they will come back home to come and visit me. When they will call me, Mommy, I'm coming to visit you. Ah, I'm going to be so happy. I'll say, clean around. Oh, my grandchildren are coming. I'm going to be happy. You know, getting old, yeah. Better plan yourself well, oh. Me? I'm young like this. The way cold is really affecting me. I don't see any future here. I don't. For my old age, I don't see any future here. It doesn't matter what anybody tells me. Old age, I just want to come and visit my kids, see my grandkids for like 1 month and go back home. Or if my daughter needs me or my son, say, Mommy, please, I started this new career. It's really hard for me. My husband and I need your help and everything. I'll come and help them. There's nothing there. I'll come and help them. When I see my child happy, I'm happy. If my grandchildren have too much energy, I'll just be there looking at them like this. Hey, you, James, stop that thing, oh. You, don't do this thing, oh. I'll be happy. But what is the use of me? I'm already old. I don't have a job. All I didn't install in my kids, I want to install in my grandchildren. All the mistakes I made with my kids, I want to correct it to my grandchildren. All the love I didn't give my kids, I want to pay it back by giving it to my grandchildren. That when I die, my children will be like, Mom was amazing. That's what I care about. I don't want to go and be destroying anybody's home, making my life difficult because I want to be a destroyer. I am old. I don't have energy. But I'll be using my mouth to be insulting my in-law, using my mouth to be gossiping. Everything that you're doing, you destroy yourself. So that's all me I have to say. Old age here is not looking encouraging. Now we are young, we have our husbands, we have our wives. But when one dies, you feel like your whole world has crumbled. Even income-wise. Some of you guys, maybe your partner was making more money than when they died. They're gone with the money now. That's why you need to be smart. When both of you guys are still here and making huge amounts of money, save. And just say to yourself that if we end up getting old together to the end, okay. But if one is left behind, that one too needs to be secured. Have something very powerful in your account so that even if one goes away, you just continue the journey. It's not going to be that hard as if you had nothing. If your partner died and you had like $200,000 in the account, you just keep adding to the money and going. At least the partner has secured you somehow. Alright? So that is it though. If you're planning to get old here, humble yourself. Put your ego down, especially African people. Stop seeing your in-laws as your enemies, your children's partners as your enemies. Treat them as your own kids. Free your mind, and everything is going to be well. Some of you guys, your witches and wizard spirit. There's nothing going on, but you just want to cause situation. If you don't want to be free, go back home and be doing your stupidity there. Carry your money and go and be bullying people back home. As I told you, everywhere in this life, you need to humble yourself. And you need to learn how to play with human beings to get what you want. That old age will humble you. At some point, you need to calm down. friend, calm down. Stop the rubbish. You're old. You can't do shit. Even when you have money in your account, you are still not powerful. Sometimes the money even cannot help you. You need somebody to help you to do some things. So you need to calm down. Okay, like I said though, I was just sharing some thoughts with you guys. That is it though. For me, back home, I'll enjoy my youth here. Enjoy what it has to offer me because it's a wonderful country. It's a wonderful place. And it makes things easier for me. I can travel to different countries. It's much more easier from here. From back home, it was difficult. So I'm very grateful to everything that Canada has to offer me. Now that I'm young, I'm very grateful. Make good use of everything that they give me. Then when I get old now, I'll go back to my country and rest. I'll go back to my country and rest. Alright? Bye guys. Bye.